Hello and welcome to my indoor gardening channel. If you're new, I've got good news for you. These are going to be lots of beginner tips and tricks, things that I've learned so far, and I hope you can learn something from it. And if you're experienced, I hope that you can leave some comments and give me some tips and tricks for things that you see, or even help me naming some of the plants because I don't know what a lot of them are even. Anyway, my ADHD brain has taken me on this journey of learning more about horticulture and some more complex techniques like propagation and things. I don't have a lot of experience with gardening of any type. I've grown some things from seeds and I grow sprouts and things like that, but most of this is new to me. So if there's some things that you can help me out with, please comment below. On that note, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that would help me out greatly and I would appreciate it. Let's get started. Here's a bit of what I got going on. I got a little bit of everything going on over here. Starting in the back, I've got some of these 3D printed pots that I've been making. I'm making those out of some PLA Plus that was old or too dry or something. Something was wrong with it, so I decided to just make pots out of it for propagating a grand fir from a Christmas tree that we had. And so I've got one of those back here actually. This one was the top of the Christmas tree. I'm very excited because I planted this not quite a month ago and I can already see a little tiny green growth at the bottom there. So I'm very excited that's actually working out. I didn't think that was going to work out. I've heard it wasn't going to work out, but it's working out. So it gives me a little bit more confidence with the newer fresh cuttings that I took, and I think those will work out pretty nice. But here's a bunch of succulents here. These are also 3D printed containers that I made. Succulents are great because they're very forgiving. You can go quite a long time without watering them and they will be just fine. In fact, you want to be careful that you don't overwater them is even more important. And they just need a good bit of light. A lot of the ones I have don't have direct sunlight. I've got some in a north facing window. I'll show you in just a moment. But they're all kind of different varieties. I don't know what any of these are, so if you can help me name them, I would appreciate it. This is one of my favorite ones. I did not design this pot. This one's pretty neat. We also have some moss balls here that my wife wanted. So they're growing some algae. We got to trim those up pretty soon. If you're interested in propagating succulents, you basically just take one of the petals and pinch it and twist it off. Set it on something like a paper towel for a little while and just mist it every once in a while, maybe every few days, and eventually they start growing roots. Once they start growing roots, it's a good time to stick them on some soil and let them do their thing. Once you know which ones are actually going to grow, because some of them don't work out. I haven't quite figured out which plants will actually do this and which won't, so I'm just kind of trying a little bit of everything here. I really like these red and blue LED lights. It's really hard to get them on camera, but in real life they are much nicer on the eyes than the bright white lights, and the plants seem to love them. In our kitchen window, we have more succulents. These ones are kind of our favorites, so we stick them in the kitchen window. This is a north-facing window, and it gets pretty cold, so these do pretty all right, even when there's no sun coming directly in. We just need to water them every once in a while. Once again, maybe once a week or so is pretty good. These are the air plants here. Air plants are pretty cool because they don't require soil to grow. So we just set them right on top of the plants. We have a air plant planter right here. I am making those as well. So we just set them on top of the plants. All you got to do is soak them in water in a bowl for about 20 minutes once a week or so, and then we mist them every once in a while too, so every couple days or so. Air plants are also very forgiving, so it's a good one to get started with. Here we're moving on to the grand fir trimmings. These have been off the tree for probably 2 weeks or so. They're just in plain water right now. So what I did, I found the newest growth I could find and cut those. I removed all of the needles, about 75% or so. I left some of them a little bit more than that, just to try a few different things. I have 2 varieties here. I have some straight ones, and then I have some that have some branches already growing. So I'm just going to see which one is going to work out better. And then here we've got broccoli sprouts growing. I eat broccoli sprouts quite a bit. They're very nutritious for you. So I have 1 jar that is currently edible, and then another jar is just soaking the seeds. So if you want to do sprouts, you soak the seeds overnight or 12 hours or so, and then you want to drain the water and then just put water on them once a day. I've tried it with keeping a cover on them, and I think that works pretty good for the first few days, and then after that, when they do start sprouting, you can let them get some light. I think this brown glass is pretty good for the right amount of light, so they look real nice when you're eating them. This area over here is where I'm doing my photography and videography for my Etsy store. You guys can see this stuff online. You can buy these pots. I'm not currently selling the plants, but I probably will soon. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Thunderdog.shop. Thunderdog.shop if you'd like to support my channel. I really appreciate it. Over here we've got a hydroponic herb garden going. We've got cilantro, basil, and lavender. So this is just sitting over here for now. Looking forward to get everything set up, and maybe I can get a entire plant rack going and have everything nice and organized pretty quick. And I thought showing the 3D printers in action producing the plant pots might be interesting if you've never seen it before. There's a lot of calibration involved with these printers. Some of them are already set up with different print profiles. These ones you pretty much have to do them yourself. Once you learn to do it, it's pretty easy, but there is a steep learning curve involved. Alright, thanks for checking out the channel. Remember thunderdog.shop if you're interested in purchasing any of my plant pots. I hope you got something good out of this video. please like, subscribe, and comment below. And let me know if there's any tips or tricks you got for me, or if you have any questions yourself. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.